DbCw presents.
Z is an energy-based melee assassin who deals mainly physical damage. He's very mobile and in a split second he may be behind you. His passive is Contempt for the Weak. Whenever Z attacks an enemy who has less than 50% HP left, he'll deal bonus magic damage equal to 6 to 8% depending on his level of the target's maximum health. This can occur more than one time to a single target within 10 seconds. His first ability is Razor Shuriken. This is a skill shot dealing damage to enemies in a line. After hitting one enemy, the shuriken will deal less damage to the following targets. This skill has a great use in the laning phase to last at minions or simply harass your opponent. The second ability is Living Shadow, which passively grants 5 to 25% bonus AD. When activated, Z summons a shadow in a moderate range which mimics his skills. If an enemy is hit by a skill both from Z and his shadow, Z will retrieve energy. It's possible to have more than one shadow active. Z may also swap his position with the shadow by using this ability a second time within 4 seconds. This shadow may cross over walls and remains active after swapping. The shadow gives vision in an area where it's cast, like there would be a normal champion or a ward. Shadow Slash deals physical damage in a closer area around Z, similar to Katarina's Sinister Steel. This has an extremely short cooldown on max rank. For every target hit by this ability, the cooldown of Living Shadow is reduced by 1 second. An enemy hit by Shadow Slash of the Living Shadow will be slowed up to 30%. An enemy hit by Shadow Slash from Z and his shadow won't receive double damage, but the slow increases to 60%. Z's ultimate is Death Mark. After a short cast time, Z will become untargetable and dash to his target, marking him with the debuff and summoning a living shadow behind his enemy, which also mimics his skills. By using this ultimate a second time in 4 seconds, it's like the Vi ability, he'll swap his position with the shadow. This also works 2 times with his Vi ability. This means he has a very safe escape when placing a living shadow before using his ultimate. After 3 seconds, the mark will explode, dealing physical damage equal to Z's total AD, plus a percentage of all physical and magic damage Z dealt to the target while being marked, making it useful to kill low health opponents with your passive. When playing Z in the lane, you should go mid. Most mages have really great problems to fight against someone who attacked them at melee range, while you can harass them from a distance with your shadow and Q. In the early game, you'll get some problems with farming because most mid lane are ranged, and they'll try to harass you with all attacks or spells. Avoid this by sending out your shadow and use your other abilities to trade with them and farm. In general, you should be able to last it very well with that because of his passive, which also procs on minions and neutral monsters. To keep yourself in lane, your early build should contain 2 Dorans or at least 1 Dorans and a Lifesteal Scepter. This way you get durable and got enough sustain to heal up anything your opponents throw at you. You should try to land a successful Living Shadow Slash combo to secure at least 1 Razor Shuriken will hit your enemy. Repeat this combo and your opponent will drop lower and lower, while you won't lose any health in this process. You may also use your shadow to dodge enemy skill shots or ganks. This is also your most vulnerable point. When you raise your shadow, you are very vulnerable to be ganked, so be careful when using it. When your enemy is low enough then, you also can swap positions with your shadow and apply your passive to harass even more. Keep in mind that Shadow Slash reduces the cooldown of Living Shadow. Then, when your opponent is really low enough, make sure you didn't hit him with your passive for 10 seconds, then use your ultimate and basic attacks to crash his health bar. Use Ignite when necessary and use your E directly after your ultimate to slow your target. That makes it far easier to hit your Q. The second part of the ultimate will do the rest for you and you can walk off like a boss. With squishy targets you may perform this even if they are at higher health, especially in the late game. so you're an exceptional threat for the enemy carries, AP or AD. When jungling, this will be your root. Even though Zed has no own sustain, he has very fast clear time with his Shadow Slash and his passive. The jungler item plus 5 health potions are enough to keep yourself in the jungle for a longer duration. Zed has great mobility, harass and farming potential because of his passive, but unless he builds himself as a tank and will lose most exchanges with more durable opponents, such as Aurelia or Riven, so may you consider swapping with your top laner when you see Zed is going mid. In mid, you may consider picking a champ which can easily dodge Zed's abilities, such as Katarina. When Zed uses his ultimate, he'll dash to you, ignoring any blink or dash you're using while he's dashing. This means using a blink or dash while he's casting his ultimate will bring Zed to you. However, you change your position. Using flash or any other blink after his ultimate will create an insuperable gap between you and Zed. Zed is very vulnerable to ganks when he's living shadows and cooldown, or he has swapped places with it. I recommend to build Zed as a tanky bruiser with more durability to survive teamfights. AD marks, armor seals, magic resist per level glyphs when jungling, flat magic resist when you're going mid, 2 armor pen quints and 1 movement speed quint that should work well. Your mastery should be pretty standard, 21-9-0. Mastering armor and magic resist depending on your position, jungle or mid. We always try to improve our video series, so write any suggestions, improvements, mistakes, constructive criticism and other stuff in comments below. If you like this, subscribe to our channel for more videos.